the T&Beaz Power Hour. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the T&Beaz Power Hour. I'm T here. Ty, we had this discussion. Why is it T&Beaz? It's a thing. And you are?
Hello, everyone. I am Beaz.
You sound so depressed right now.
Welcome to the T&Beaz Power Hour. An hour of us being completely calm and discussing news from around the world.
Welcome to ASMR News.
Thank you for joining us on ASMR News. I am one of your co-hosts, Beaz, and my other co-host is
Ty. I go by Ty.
There you go. His name is Ty, and my name is Beaz, and we're here for the.
You've overpeaked your mic and disappeared in the mid scream. For all of you at home who couldn't quite hear, he was saying Power Hour! Now that we've destroyed everybody's eardrums after listening to our ASMR stream, wake up, everybody out there, wake up. Whatever time it is for you now.
That's why it takes 10 minutes. That's why it takes 10 minutes for people to come into our room, into our show, because we deafen them the first couple minutes, and they're like, "Fuck that, let's wait for that." Okay, he should be done now.
All right, now that they've blown our eardrums out, we can all show up now and have ourselves a nice little chat. So, Beast, how have you been? It's been a week. I mean, I've seen you plenty of times since then, but still.
It's been great. I was like, okay, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna talk about because nothing crazy has really happened. But then I remembered something did happen. I got up and came into the living room and was talking with my wife, and she was like, "Hey, room smells a little funky. I guess maybe you didn't flush the toilet or it backed up or something." And I was like, "Oh, no, it was I remember my son being in there, so maybe he didn't do it." So we were like, "Okay, it's fine. I'll go take care of it in a little bit." So then all of a sudden my youngest comes out and he's like, "The room stinks, Daddy." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I know. I'm gonna go take care of it. Fine." So then my eldest son runs in there and he's like, "Yeah, Dad, it stinks. It smells really bad." And I'm like, "Oh my God, fine, I'll go." And my youngest is like, "Daddy, there's poop on the walls." And I was like,
on the walls?
Okay. I guess he's like joking, like, "Is there real poop or pretend poop?" And he's like, "Real poop." And I'm like, I'm imagining somebody just like dipped their fingers in and was like, "Ah," on the wall. Yo, trucks. So I got I was like, okay, let's go find out what he's talking about. So we go there, and I shit you not, there is a turd on the wall, like fully formed, just suspended.
Oh my God.
And my wife and I just stand there for like 5 minutes just staring, like, how, what, who?
Do you own howler monkeys?
Why?
Is that what I'm hearing?
No, but see, I can understand if it was thrown. It didn't look like it was thrown. It just was there. It just existed in that space.
Ghost poo.
Like it came into this plane of reality, and it just so happened to appear where part of it was stuck in a wall.
Just half of it there.
That's what it looked like.
You had a dimensional alien drive-by pooing is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, somebody dropped a dimensional deuce in my house, and that's what happened.
Oh, that sounds gross.
Yes, that is true. They are howler monkeys.
Children are howler monkeys in other forms, yeah. But I've never.
But yeah,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So that happened. That definitely happened. That was something that happened my week. That and I blew a lot of shit up. Yeah. There you go. Narnia's sending my shit back. That's what it is.
Oh, why are you sending it to Narnia to begin with, these?
That's where the toilet goes to. That's what I was told.
So if you want to go to Narnia, do you have to flush yourself? Is that what I'm hearing?
But see, that's why you can't go to Narnia, because you can't flush yourself down the toilet.
It's just
logic, Ty. Jesus Christ, logic.
You imagine you're in Narnia, a magical place. You're wandering around in all this beautiful, gorgeous.
Hi, Mr. Tumnus. Oh, what is that?
Oh my
Mr. Tumnus,
goodness.
I thought this was a winter wonderland. Who told you that? There's nothing but shit as far as the eye can see.
It's mountains of brown and dead fish.
He's like, come look at our lake, and it's just all the dead fish that were flesh just floating in the lake.
We keep them in case they come back.
They're fine. They're just sleeping.
Just sleeping. Yeah.
This seems unsanitary. Yeah, definitely.
I didn't have anything like that happen. And being a father, I mean, yes, I've had to deal with my fair share of disgusting things, I'm sure. All that happened to me this week is we got a Keurig. $60 at Walmart. And now I can have coffee without having to wash anything or replace things. It's like being able to get just a cup of tea anytime you want. In this case, it's coffee for me because I like coffee. I know you hate it.
Well, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I'm happy for you, but I dealt with, Shitgate 2021, and you got a fucking Keurig. So
I got coffee and you got
yay.
shit.
Yeah.
It's a fair trade, the universe is balanced in all things.
Jesus.
Well,
It's all right. I'll take that too for the I'll take that too for the team so you can have a Keurig. There you go.
There you go. Oh gosh.
Jeez.
Children are disgusting. That's what we've got to learn.
Yep.
Mine
100%.
never ever clean up after what they consume. So anytime you give them like a bag of chips or a drink or a paper plate, it's like shoved in things or under things or
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
that's so
Oh yeah.
frustrating.
My living room, no matter how recently we've cleaned it or how thoroughly we've cleaned it, give it a day or two and it looks like food nom.
Yeah, it was just a hurricane came through and food and stuff
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
There's just shit. There's food, trash every fucking
I
where.
wouldn't I
And they're like,
wouldn't
"Hey, this was a good bag of popcorn. Time to go on the couch."
after what you just said, using the word there's shit around just brings to mind something a little different.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. And that is part of why Doyle and I have cats. I'm
Well, I mean,
jealous. I
cats
mean,
at least
but
go
to be
inside
fair,
of a litter box rather than all over the house.
no, I'm pretty sure one of my kids didn't shit on my wall. So I'm sure it was one of them
Was
cats
it?
that shit on my wall.
It was a cat. Projectile cat pooping? Is it like firing it out like little awful,
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. If it had like I approached this from a CSI level. Like I looked at it and I fucking investigated the turd. I looked at the projection, the splash damage, just how it was formed. And I understand if the trajectory had hit and it spread some, like that makes sense and just from a physics standpoint. But no, it was just there. It was just there. Like take a shit on the ground. Now, just like you green screen it and put behind it now a wall. That's
maybe
what it looked like.
maybe you've got gravity defying animals. They just turned the wall into the floor and then just went and did it there.
Maybe. No, but that's the thing.
Twilight Zone shit.
Okay, like hold on. Let me get a good representation. Here, I'll use the eye. Okay. So, this is the bottom of the shit. So, normally in our reality, right there, that's a turd. Now, what I saw was this bottom of it here, regular turd, like this, just like that onto the wall.
It's just floating there, just sideways.
Yes, yes.
Oh gosh.
That's what I don't understand. Like if it was like that, I'm like, cool, velocity. If it was like that, I'm like, okay, somebody just put it against the wall and did it like chocolate sherbet. But like this, I don't understand. The world makes no sense to me.
That's one of those well-defined
And now it's
mysteries.
fixed.
There you go. It's a mystery of nature. I guess maybe we'll never know. But if it
I
keeps happening,
guess.
suddenly you've got like turd staircases inside of that bathroom. I mean,
No, it
you're good.
happens again, and we're starting to get rid of cats at that point.
Ah, yes. I mean
And
that's
if all the
totally
cats are gone
understandable.
and it happens again, then we move on to the next logical step.
Murdering children.
Oh, I didn't say murder. That's horrible. I wouldn't murder my
Of
kids.
course not. All right. Well, this has been educational, and so we're gonna move on from this educational topic over to the news stories. And this week, we are having a Florida special. All of these stories, except for one, which for reasons, is not directly out of Florida, but I thought we'd do it in honor of you and your beautiful state. Next time I'll see if I can find stuff from
Aw,
over here on the West Coast as well. That could be fun too.
gotta
So,
love some Florida.
gonna take a nice little sip of my coffee here. Ah, delicious coffee from a Keurig. Not sponsored, but we're really willing to be by anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody at all. Please, please anybody sponsor us.
If
Uh
Lysol wants to sponsor us, since I use
oh,
Lysol products to
oh
wipe the
yeah.
shit off my wall, then
Lysol.
I we can be sponsored by them too.
All right, so top of the show. First story, interestingly enough, is Florida man is threatening to sue an artist whose invisible sculpture sold for $18,000, saying he came up with the idea
What?
first. Tom Miller, who says he's an invisible sculptor in 2016, is demanding visibility.
Ooh.
So, yeah, that's Gainesville artist Tom Miller in front of his 2016 artwork. I got a picture of that right here. There you are, everybody. That's him in front of his artwork. The artwork was called Nothing. Earlier this month, an Italian artist named Salvatore Garru went viral when his immaterial sculpture, that is, a work of art made of literally nothing, sold for £15,000 or $18,300. Someone sold air. Articles about the sale was widely shared, often accompanied by captions of "I could have done that." Variety users posted pictures of blank spaces, their own invisible sculptures, which surely could be had for a fraction of Guro's price. Many bemoan the fact that they didn't think of it first. And there was Tom Miller, a performance artist from Gainesville, Florida, who says he actually did do it first, and now he's filing a lawsuit against Guro to prove it. The Florida artist says that in 2016 he installed his own invisible sculpture in Gainesville's Bo Diddley Community Plaza, an outdoor event space. He titled it Nothing and erected it over the course of 5 days. So he's got a few things to say about it right here. Miller says, "All I can say personally is that nothing is very important to me. I should be credited with nothing, specifically the idea of nothing, fashioned into sculpture form. And Gainesville, Florida, not Italy, is where nothing happened first."
Yeah. I mean, truer words have never been spoken. Um, hey, baby, don't judge, all right? Maybe just because it took his erection 5 days doesn't mean anything, okay?
5 days for the erection sounds like there's a real serious problem there.
Yeah,
So,
I want to know a couple things. One, who the fuck bought that?
right?
Because whoever did, I got a whole lot of nothing over here that they can buy. Let me tell you how great I am at creating nothing. Because I can create any bit of nothing you can think of.
I can create nothing
And
all day.
yeah, and I'm mad. My whole streaming career has been, on my channel creating nothing. And I haven't made even remotely that much.
Right?
Jesus.
$18,000 to literally just say an idea and have people take. You know what? I've got all this nothing space in my head. You can have
Yeah.
all of that. It's available for lease. You know, you can.
Jeez. I'm jealous. I'm just jealous I should have just put it out there. Hey, I made this sculpture. Who wants it? I'll sell it to you for a certain amount. And then somebody buys. Because I didn't think people were that dumb or desperate.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you
like,
are giving too
why?
much credit to people, though.
Yeah, I
So
am.
All right, moving
There you
right
go. I
along.
should have framed it and sold it. Yeah, you're right, Trox. I should have
Another
framed the poop on the
another
wall.
poop on the wall artwork,
Yeah.
$50,000 or $500,000. Hell yeah! Be like, how did this happen? So the next story we have is man accused of feeding meth to attack squirrel is arrested. So, a man accused by police of feeding methamphetamines to his pet squirrel to make him an attack squirrel has been arrested. Police officers in Alabama have been looking for Mickey Polk for nearly 2 weeks. Polk was hiding in a hotel in Florida, was arrested on Thursday after he attempted to flee from drug investigators on a stolen motorcycle, according to police. He crashed into an investigator's vehicle after just a brief pursuit. So, wow, this guy had a lot. 35-year-old man escalated June 17th when narcotics investigators executed a search warrant. He had meth, drug paraphernalia, body armor, and a squirrel. Prior to the search warrant, investigators were informed that he kept an attack squirrel inside of his apartment, that he fed the squirrel meth to keep it aggressive, and that it would be dangerous if they opened the door to go after him.
Okay. Couple things. First, I want to see the law where it says it's illegal to feed meth to squirrels to train them to be attack squirrels.
Well,
Two, two, how else are you supposed to train attack squirrels? That's just attack squirrel 101.
oh, you say that.
Three, yeah. Three, I mean, he was trying to see his investment come through. That's why you had that attack squirrel ready when they broke in to
Yeah.
arrest him.
You got that attack squirrel in
And
place.
and four, what happened to the attack squirrel?
They say it was released into the wild. However, there was a news story just the other day that a couple in the park was attacked by a squirrel around the same location that this thing was let go of. So, I mean, maybe
The
it worked.
circle of meth.
The
Ba-do-do-do-do-do.
meth. Meth makes you crazy and also makes squirrels violent, aggressive, attack defense creatures. What would be better than an attack squirrel, anyways? If you get like an entire tree full of attack squirrels in your yard, right? Who's coming to your house you don't want there?
Yeah, Jehovah Witness.
I mean, they're willing to do anything, I guess.
Until they see one of their own get mauled by squirrels.
Exactly.
The meth goose.
The meth
That's what it is.
goose.
The meth goose.
All right.
That's what you need the attack squirrels for.
So I put this out here. You mentioned, what other way is there to train an attack squirrel? Because the next the next story is woman
Oh
arrested for
God.
training squirrels to attack her ex-boyfriend. 45-year-old Janice Smith was arrested this morning by officers of the Detroit Police Department. Obviously, this is the one that's outside, but for capturing numerous squirrels and training them to attack her former lover. The victim, 51-year-old James Robinson, was presumably attacked by the rodents on more than a dozen occasions over the last month. These attacks caused him many serious injuries, including the loss of 2 fingers, a testicle bitten off by his attackers. The poor man had no
Oh.
idea why squirrels kept attacking him until he saw his ex-girlfriend, a former circus animal trainer, cheering the animals during one of the attacks. She was partially hidden behind some bushes, but I could clearly see her and hear her. She was yelling orders at the squirrels and telling them to attack me. Realizing that his life could be in danger, Mr. Robinson filed a complaint with the police, who later paid a visit to Mrs. Smith. In a residence, they found a dozen cages holding a total of 27 squirrels. They also found 2 training dummies with picture of Mr. Robinson taped over their faces. Detroit Police Chief James Craig confirmed that Janice Smith had admitted that she was responsible for the attacks and confessed her strange plot. Miss Smith confessed to capturing and training squirrels to harass and attack her ex-boyfriend. She used to train lions for a circus, so it was easy for her to take the animals and make them do what she wanted. She said she hoped to raise an army of 50 to 100 squirrels. The 45-year-old woman is now facing a variety of criminal charges linked to criminal harassment using animals as weapons. DPD Chief James Craig admitted this morning in a press conference that this case was probably the strangest he'd seen in his career. Janice Smith's lawyers have demanded for her to undergo a psychological evaluation, claiming she was unfit to stand trial. They say that her choice of training squirrels instead of dogs or bears suggests that she might be suffering from mental problems.
Wow. So, completely unrelated note. is there any way I can schedule some time with her just to talk and ask for her methods? Because there's, you know, not that I need attack squirrels for anyone. I'm just, curious about for a book report.
For a book report, I
That's
need to
it for a book.
know how you did this.
Yeah,
Give me the recipe for success. I mean, so we know for science.
yeah. I mean, and like everyone's saying in chat, like I'm not even mad. Like that's impressive. One, you got to understand who you're dating. Like you knew she trained animals. And apparently, by the point that she's training squirrels to attack you, two questions arise from that. One, how did you not see that coming? Two, why the fuck are you going back to her house repeatedly in order to lose fingers and a testicle?
I think she was chasing him or hunting him
Oh,
down,
she was stalking
stalking
him
him
with her swarm
with
of
her swarm
squirrels.
of squirrels.
Mm, yeah, no,
Little squirrel assassins
yeah,
and spies are like, he's over here, he's over here, come get him,
yeah.
everybody. And then they just all come swarm and bite off
That is
testicles.
also that is the perfect backstory for a Batman villain. I'm just putting that out
No, don't even the penguin, not a thing.
there.
We got
Yeah.
Squirrel Girl.
Not
Actually,
Penguin, yeah.
Marvel
Well,
has
Squirrel
Squirrel
Girl
Girl.
is yeah,
She's a
yeah,
real
yeah.
thing already. I mean, she's one of the most powerful superheroes that exists.
She is. She is. She's terrible. She's terrifying. That's what I'm gonna say.
Exactly. She's
Terrifying.
terriful. That's terrifying,
Terrible. There you go.
terrible.
Yep. My God, terrible. That's what she is. My God. Yeah, exactly. What did you do to piss someone off to where they train squirrels to attack you and rip off your fingers and nuts?
Hey, Trucks. Are you honestly saying to me you've never been so angry at someone that training an army of squirrels to take them down never occurred to you? I mean, what kind of human are you? Sometimes people
I
out there
mean,
just need a squirrel army to destroy them.
to be fair, I've never thought of training squirrels to attack someone, but now that I've heard the idea, I'm not against it.
Now that it's out
So,
there. So the next Florida man story we see
wow.
is now going to be bees training an army of I don't probably gophers or
Yeah.
something because he can't gather enough squirrels in the local
That's all
neighborhood.
right. I'm just gonna buy a shit ton of weasels.
We need to see that the weasels or alligators. Florida man trains 46 alligators to take down. I mean, they already
Oh,
have the
so
one
they
that threw.
interview me. They interview me, and I'm like, all right, it wasn't that bad. I only lost 4 of my fingers trying to train the damn things.
Only 4 fingers. I still got 6 left. There actually was a Florida man story where a guy tried to rob a Wendy's with an alligator or the crocodile.
Yeah.
Yeah, with an alligator. He threw it in the window when they wouldn't give him money. It's like your
Hmm.
weapon's gone now, though. You threw your alligator in the window. It's not gonna like, hey, go get
Well,
the money for me, there, Todd. Bring it back
see,
out.
that's exactly what you're missing. Is that he fed this alligator meth to turn it into an attack gator, but then also trained it in the art of thievery. So
Thievery
he
and
had this whole battle plan. Like the gator was supposed to roll in there and just land, snap the neck of the first cashier, yeah, shove the second cashier into the grease, and then take the manager, lock him in the freezer, and then take all the valuables and go.
right. But he didn't
That's
have enough meth. He ran out. That gator just
that's
laid
what it
there
was.
and like hissed at people. That was it.
Yeah, yeah. See, and that's what happens when you don't go to a robbery full of meth.
Yeah, if you forget your meth when you're robbing
The
people.
more you know.
Just so we do not advocate for the use of meth here at the T&Beaz Power Hour. Just so you're aware.
But if you're gonna use meth, make sure to have enough. That's all we're
Make
saying.
sure you
We don't advocate meth. We just advocate being prepared.
Yes, you know,
That's
you should be
it.
prepared for everything. If you're going to the
Yeah,
grocery store, make sure you bring your, you know, your every little detail on your list so you
yeah.
know what you're going to
Your
get,
card.
you know?
Make sure you have all the money you need. If you're going to rob a Wendy's with an alligator, make sure you
Make
have
sure you
enough
have your
meth.
meth. You got to have enough meth for that.
Yeah. Alligator plus 5 thievery. That's good. I swear to God, Ty, in one of the next like 4 games that we play campaigns, if I don't get an alligator with +5 thievery, I will riot.
I mean, there are some classes in the games out there that allow you to talk to animals and to train them a little bit. I'm sure you could get some
+5
opportunity.
thievery. No!
No! All
That's
right.
alright, I'll bring it aboard the Sparrow ship with me.
A turtle with a trained alligator. That's
Yep.
all right. We're moving on to the next story here. The next one is messing with Sasquatch. Skunk ape Godfather howling mad over Florida Bigfoot conference snub. So,
What?
if any of you don't know about it, Bigfoot and the Sasquatch are, cryptids that exist in various parts of the world. Florida's got skunk ape, and the individual who kind of brought that story to light, well, we'll read here. So, wherever Bigfoot roams, controversy seems to follow. It's usually manifest in the never ending debates between skeptics and believers of the mythical creatures known as Sasquatch, Yeti, and in Florida, the skunk ape. But the upcoming Great Florida Bigfoot Conference is entangled in a controversy of its own. A Sasquatch squabble as hair raising as the Bigfoot erotica uproar that made tracks. What? There was a Bigfoot erotica uproar in a
Mm,
Virginia
50
congressional
Shades of Foot.
race. I
That's what
need that story.
every
I think I need that
That's the one you
story.
should be
I should be
reporting on,
reading
Ty.
that one.
The 50 Shades of Foot,
The
not
50 Shades
not
of
this shit.
Foot. Oh god.
God.
So, yeah, now that we have this dumb story, we'll keep reading it instead. So, weeks before the July 10th show, a chest pounding debate is erupted over the
Oh,
conference's decision to not include Dave Shealy, a native Florida Gladesman regarded as many as the godfather of skunk ape research, as a guest speaker. Some Shealy supporters are threatening to stomp out to the RP Funding Center in Lakeland, where cryptid fans and experts will gather just to protest what they consider a disrespectful snub of the man most responsible for promoting Florida's Bigfoot cousin. What is Bigfoot Conference in Florida without the number one resource on skunk apes, Dave Shealy? Paul Kemp wrote last week on the conference's Facebook page. Kemp's post was removed a few days ago, but not before another dozen or so Shealy supporters went apeshit with comments. Complete idiots for not having my friend Dave there.
you're goddamn right. You better have Dave, or I'm coming through and I'm smearing shit on everything.
I'm gonna make it stick to all your walls in a way you can't
On the wall.
understand. Maybe you got hit by skunk ape. I think that's what actually
That's what
happened.
happened. Goddamn skunky.
Without David Shealy and his research at this conference, you might as well not even have it, wrote Joe Thurber IV. That's a name.
Mm,
Great Florida
yeah.
Bigfoot Conference, shame on you. I hope you reconsider and reach out right away with an apology and invitation, wrote Stephanie Henderson. Wow, deep voice for a lady.
Wow. Hey, it's Florida. It's all right.
So it almost feels, one of the representatives there says, it almost feels like Shealy told every friend he knows to go on social media and complain. It's just crazy. I mean, come on. It's a conference about people interested in Bigfoot. Huh. Like a flashlight in the forest, the commotion is illuminating how competing cryptid experts with colorful personalities and Bigfoot sized egos don't always get along. Shealy says, I was counted out, and I was counted out purposefully and intentionally because they, Bigfoot researchers in general, do not like me, Shealy said in an interview. Well,
Wow.
yeah, this is an interesting story. So everybody's like, I think
Um.
all of us recognize him as being a big name, but this is an important conference. Ooh, oh, here we go. Last part.
Oh.
Shealy, 57, acknowledged that some of his friends wrote Facebook comments supporting him, but he said he didn't orchestrate the online backlash. Lobbing F-bombs, he strongly suggests that Gather Up event management needn't bother to invite him to any future Bigfoot events. It'll be a cold day in hell before I ever attend anything they put on, he said. They made up 1,000 excuses why I'm not there, and of course it's all my fault. I'm a person. I have feelings, and my feelings were hurt. I'm not happy about it, and there's not a lot of people not happy about it as well. Still, as angry as he is, he's trying to keep a sense of humor about the uproar. Who'd have thought a little skunk ape could cause all these problems?
Oh.
Welcome to Florida, everybody.
This is why, amongst a laundry list of reasons, why I'm done with this whole country. especially Florida.
Man,
Um, yeah, that's what it is. I was trying to think of because I was gonna be like big Bigfoot, and I was like, no, that doesn't. Yeah, but it's big cryptid. That's what it is. Big
big
cryptid trying to
cryptid.
squash the little guy.
Big cryptids deciding what's happening and everything. What exactly is a skunk ape specifically? What is different about it? So
I
also
think the
known
real question is where can we get this Bigfoot erotica?
apparently
That's the real
Virginia
question people want to know.
congressional hearings is where we can get that. Part of me feels like
Jesus.
it's one of those they stand up and they just talk forever about whatever the hell they
Uh-huh.
want. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head at the moment. Anyway, so they're probably trying to
Like a
buy
town hall
time.
meeting?
No. It's like when your senators and your congressmen stand
Oh,
there and just
hold on. What? Filibuster.
filibuster. That's the word I'm looking
There you
for.
go. See, she's
So
the smart one.
so yeah, when they're filibustering and they're just trying to talk about whatever, this one of the representatives probably just held up skunk ape erotica or whatever and just sat there and read it in front of the crowd trying to get them all to go away. So what is the
Mhm.
difference
Hold
between?
on.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, bear with me, Ty. Stay with me on this. What if I got the Bigfoot erotica, some meth, and use that to train and attack skunk ape?
I mean, you'd be unstoppable. You could take over countries with that.
Mm.
All right, bees, you and
And
me.
if there's more than one,
There you go.
we can be generals of the skunk ape army.
Generals of the skunk ape army. We'd take over the world and we'd fill it with nothing because that's what we're good at.
Yeah, exactly. We'd erect massive statues of nothing in our honor.
Look at our giant statues of nothing. They're hundreds of feet tall. And you see them?
I can see it now. There's people like carrying giant blocks of nothing, and they're like some old guy falls, and there's another dude there with a whip of nothing, just whoosh, get
He's just
back to
making
work, and he's like,
making the noise as he swings his hand.
yeah,
Ha! All of you march
and the old
forward.
man's like,
We need those nothing
I
bricks
can't
over
with
there.
you.
Yeah.
Some girl runs and falls over the old man. Please stop! He's doing the best he can. Shut up, woman.
And our kingdom of nothing
Oh
grows
man.
more powerful with every waking moment.
Yeah.
So yes, skunk ape is basically just Bigfoot, but it lives in a swamp. So how original, okay?
Whoa.
What?
So Sherry is trying to sue me for taking, quote unquote, taking her idea of meth attack apes,
Oh
attack skunk apes.
no.
I would like to counter that and say that I came up with the idea first and that my idea was more complex because not only was I giving them meth to make them aggressive and attack skunk apes, but also reading them Bigfoot erotica to gain an intimate bond with the beasts so they recognize me as not only their leader but as their friend.
And as their alpha, I'm sure.
Yes, as the alpha. I
Yeah.
would obviously piss on most of
You
them
gotta
to
that's
let them
part of
know
the
I'm their
erotica
alpha.
thing, I think, though.
Oh, that's part of the. Oh God.
Oh shit. If this hasn't been demonetized yet.
Oh my God.
All right. Fine. We'll move on from that. Skunk Ape erotica is where we draw the line after saying it about 100
Quick,
times.
delete the mods.
Delete the
Delete
mods.
the mods so they can't. So they have no proof.
Well, less fun of a story, and yet one that still made it on the list was Florida man accused of shooting at cops thought he was being controlled in a video game. 25-year-old Florida man charged with attempted murder after shooting at police officers from his balcony claims he thought he was in a video game. Kyle Raymond was arrested Sunday after firing at two police cars that responded to his Boca Raton apartment building after 911 calls about an unstable man screaming in the parking lot. Raymond fired 13 rounds from a 40 caliber Sig Sauer P229 handgun from the balcony of the streets below, hitting one of the cops' tires and piercing the other's roof. Nobody was injured. That's good. Several other guns were found inside his apartment when officers served a search warrant. He believes someone poisoned him, the officer wrote in the affidavit. He believed that he was being controlled in a video game. He believed that his actions were being controlled by someone else. Another officer specified that Raymond thought he was inside a game similar to Grand Theft Auto. Raymond was charged with 2 counts of first-degree attempted murder on law enforcement officers and unlawful discharge of a firearm, according to online jail records. Is this going to spark another "are video games bad for you" debate in the public eye?
If it does, it's a completely moot point because, one, obviously, he's an idiot. I mean, unless there's something going on that we don't know, which if that's the case, then you would see motherfuckers running around jumping on turtles and shit, or going around firing lemons at trash people, or shit like that. Just some weird shit.
Yep.
Yeah, no. That I'm not gonna get too serious into this because this can go a whole different rabbit hole about how this ended up. Um, now, what I did want to say about it is that we've all played games. We've all like binged a game. Like when I played fuck, what is it called? Oh my god. God damn, I can't think of the game.
What's
It's old. It's one of those driving games, and the whole point of it is to like make the biggest crash.
like Carmageddon, or the ones, yeah, the one where you like crash into objects to get points and you try to trash a bunch of
Yeah,
vehicles. I
yeah,
remember that
yeah.
too.
And like, yeah, the biggest crash you make gets you, more points, and that's how you get a score. And I've seen that, and I've seen like trucks, the little tow trucks with the little ramps. And my first thought was, oh yeah, I get
That's a
some
big
good
jump.
points for
That's
that
some
air.
good points on that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. But I'm like, oh, this is real life. This is not a video game. I do that. Everything goes boom, boom. No restart. Not gonna do that because
Yeah.
I'm not dumb.
Well, why did it
Um,
have to be shooting? Why did it have to be Grand Theft Auto? Couldn't he have been like jumping on the car and trying to squish the cops with his boots like Mario? I mean, there's
yeah, exactly,
there's a host of other
exactly.
games out there.
Why didn't he just kick in somebody's door with a thermometer and a video
Where
camera
where is this going?
and a book and play like Phasmophobia?
Oh, I thought you were going back
And
towards
just go around
erotica
going,
again. So
oh, the temperature. Yeah,
you were,
yo, that's it.
excuse.
Yeah, I mean, it could go a whole different way. You're
And
right,
absolutely,
but
there's tons of those games out too. Yeah, officer, you appear to have a ghost inside you. I'm going to burn some stuff around you and then surround you with salt.
Mhm.
I don't know. There's a host of things, but there's individuals that are
Um,
obviously mentally disturbed about this, but that doesn't mean, people aren't going to take it
yeah.
seriously. Be like, this is some nonsense.
And
Um,
like this obviously isn't a random out of the blue thing. Like this isn't where like, oh, he was a philanthropist, and he was just this all around fantastic guy and just this great member of the community who all of a sudden started shooting at cops because he was controlled by video games. No, I'm pretty
absolutely.
sure there is a long history of people being like, oh shit, something's wrong with this guy. Oh well, let's not do anything until he starts shooting at cops, and then all of a sudden, oh, maybe we should do something.
That gets into some serious stuff because this country really suffers from,
Yeah.
some medical, institutional
Oh yeah.
problems and financial problems and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, Lady V's in there says
Yeah.
it's a ridiculous argument. When you have a mental break, you incorporate parts of your world. Like if you're going to be if you're hyper religious, you're going to think a demon is after you. There are plenty of people that we have
Hmm.
examples of that. It's like,
Oh
oh, the
yeah.
Satan told me to do this, and blah blah blah. It's just
Yeah.
whatever you're attached to.
Yeah. That's just right there means you are not safe to be out in public.
You should
That's
not.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely not. All right. Well, we'll move on from that more serious story to the next one.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a picture for this one because it was not
Oh.
appropriate from the website I pulled it from. There was a
Oh,
whole bunch
it
of.
was not appropriate. Oh.
Anyways, so Here it
I need
is.
you to send that one to me in the
In the
DMs.
DMs. Residents living in Florida town got an early 4th of July show when a neighbor yelled fireworks noises late into the night. There wasn't much to see, but residents could definitely hear it. The dogs were barking, and we go outside. This guy is screaming. I mean, so loud, Sarah Warnecki told WBBM TV. Man was apparently protesting others who set off fireworks. A little earlier this year, he was caught on security yelling, "Boom! Firecracker! Bottle rocket!" in the wee hours of the morning earlier this week. Pretending to be a firework is also going to run afoul of our noise ordinance. So you're allowed to set off fireworks, but not pretend you're a firework?
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Hey,
That's just the
hey, if
first
a
thing.
man's getting arrested because he's pretending to be a firework, I mean,
I mean, I get it. That's just a whole level of petty that I understand. Like,
true.
he's trying to sleep and go to work, and people are blowing up fireworks. I was dealing with it all this week, and yeah, it was just loud and annoying. And I'm like, come on, save it to the fourth, you idiot. But like, so I get it. He's tired of it, and everybody finally pops him off, and they're like, haha, okay, we're good. And then he's like, oh, really? No, pow, boom, pew. I get the level of petty, but
How loud do you think he was yelling?
I'm pretty sure at the top of his lungs, or everybody there is just, this again, like the last guy, this isn't a first occurrence from this
Yeah.
dude.
It's got
This
to
has
be
been
something
a
ongoing.
yeah, yeah. Unless you have like something really going on in your life and you need to talk to somebody about it, you're not gonna just hear fireworks and be like, you know what? I'm gonna stay up all night and I'm just gonna scream fireworks sounds, or not even fireworks sounds, but names of fireworks into the middle of the night to piss people off.
Yeah, but what do you think you're going to achieve with that too, though? Get people to stop using fireworks? I mean, the entire United States uses them right around this time of
Yeah,
year.
well, I don't think, like, I'm sure at some level he was like, oh, um, I'm sure they'll learn their lesson, or hoping that they would. But at a point, it just got to he was like just gonna be petty. Like
Yeah.
he knew nothing was gonna change, but he just like when you open a door for someone and they don't even pay you attention, and you're just like, oh, you're welcome.
You're
They're not gonna turn
welcome.
around. Yeah, they're not gonna turn around and be like, sweet Jesus, I'm so sorry. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You changed my whole life. No, they're probably gonna ignore you, but
I
you
I
say it
just
anyway just to
I just say your highness, and that usually gets a big response.
I gotta start using that then. Because no, I'm the one that'll just be like, oh, you're welcome.
I did something nice for you. You could have at least went
Yeah.
like, or
Yeah.
something stupid
Yeah,
and
like
small.
you don't have to like come hug me or jump down and kiss my feet or something, but an acknowledgement of a human action, is appreciated.
Could you imagine if
Just, oh, thanks.
Could
Yeah.
you imagine
Oh,
if that was actually expected though from society?
what?
Like
Oh,
you
like
do
the
something nice for someone and they immediately like kiss your feet or they give you like some sort of bear hug or something.
oh my God, I would not do anything nice for people. I would be 100% against it because
Keep
yeah,
your
no.
grubby hands off of me.
Yeah, get back.
Where I lived out here in Oregon, there's actually the city we came from was over in Ashland, and the people there are very huggy. It's total strangers will be like, "Come on, bring it in," and then they do the full hug with like the whole front body, the hips and
Like
everything
crotch on
pressed up against,
crotch.
yeah,
Oh,
all of it.
nah.
And it's like,
Mm.
I'm not comfortable with this.
Nah, dude, I literally just met you 5 seconds ago. You're not pressing your dick on mine. I'm sorry. Get away from me.
Oh,
Go.
come on, come
You
on.
smell like menthols and vomit. Get
What's
away
a
from
little
me.
docking between friends, Bees?
Between friends, we're not friends yet.
Right, you gotta go just a little bit. All right, we're moving.
Yeah.
We're moving past this. That was too far. We're just gonna go to the next story. We'll call a fire chief whose ex-wife went on a naked rampage at Outback, fired for creating uncomfortable work environment. You'll call a fire chief who filed a restraining order against his ex-wife before she went on a naked rampage at a local Outback earlier this month has been fired from his position. So, the city thought that he was basically
Huh.
completely and totally, a jerk, and after driving his wife mad, she went uh, to Outback Steakhouse and proceeded to strip down and jump on the tables and start throwing things. I have a picture of that, but I can't share it online, so we won't be using it.
Well, oh man. Yeah, see, Luna can hug me because we're friends. But
Mhm.
like fucking Scott Pittleman over there, who smells
Scott
like
Pittleman.
who smells like fucking Mickey Lights and Newports. I don't want you to come over and hug me. I don't know you. Leave me alone. Like I'm cool to be nice to you. I'm cool to be civil, but no. And then about this, I mean, was he there? Or did she say, you know what, Thomas, I'm fucking tired of you, and then drove off to an Outback, and they were like, ma'am, how many? And she's like, two! Whoa! And then ran and like jumped on a table and
Well, there
started throwing stuff.
there is a little more to the story. It says last month Alexander filed a domestic violence injunction against his ex-wife Tina Kindred. Court documents show that the final judgment for injunction was made on May 27th. Days later, Kindred was arrested after destroying thousands of dollars in merchandise at the Outback in East Ocala, located at 4. Well, I don't need to give the name. She was charged with aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer while naked and a felony criminal mischief. So yeah, it sounds like she had a few screws loose already. Who knows if it was something he caused? But according
Hmm.
to cities here, that the individual, let's see what it says here. It says he was looking to replace council members so that he could be appointed to city manager. He started moving people into positions, started micromanaging everything. Uh, in addition to the results of that, the city's actions indicate an excessive amount of idling time, so he was obviously not working. Poorly managed internal grant procedures as concerns. Just a few. The city of Ocala, now after getting rid of that individual, will look to fill its third major position in the last year. They've had to go through so many
Nice.
individuals here. All right,
Obviously, their hiring process is
top
spot on.
notch.
Um, Trox is 100% right though. This shouldn't have become a thing. She should have never been arrested because Outback's literal motto is no rules, just right.
Exactly.
So
No
technically,
rules.
she's in the right.
No rules. No rules.
So
Yeah.
I think that's the part we need to focus on.
If they don't like drop the charges, I think a wrongful arrest should be put out there for false
Hmm.
advertisement or something like
Hmm.
that. There should be a lawsuit
It should be.
against Outback for false
I'm
advertisement.
just gonna say it right now. If you don't acquit, I'm gonna take a shit. Just putting it out there,
Against a
letting you
wall.
know this is a promise. Yep, on a wall.
Against a
If you
wall.
don't acquit, I'm gonna take a shit.
All right, we got a couple
That's it.
stories here to get through, and then we have a special occurrence today.
Florida
So,
Florida man arrested for taking a shit in an Outback.
yep. All right. Local issued trespass warning over to go salad order. On June 22nd, an incident being referred to as Salad Gate erupted on social media when Winter Park police officers issued Bruce Woodburn a trespass warning after he requested 2 salads to go from the Hillstone restaurant. After sharing his story in a Facebook video, the Cross County Mortgage Branch managers recounted the ridiculous experience not only went viral, but also coined another name, CSI, Criminal Salad Investigation. The basics of this were that like this guy used to come to this restaurant over and over and over again for years, and then it was bought out, and then the rules changed, and he couldn't get to go orders for salad anymore. So he asks for a salad in the restaurant, and him and his wife decide they're going to sit down, and they say no. We believe if we get you this salad, you're going to box it up and leave with it, and we said there are no to go orders. One, why the hell not? Just give them they're going to pay you. Just give them the food to go. They're like, we can't control the quality when it's outside of this building. Bitch, you can't control the quality when it's on that person's table. You don't know what they're going to add, the amount of salt,
Yeah.
the shortening, the whatever it is that they decide to add into your food. So anyways, they basically got a little bit upset at that and had a dispute with them, and then the police came and whew, trespass. You know, you're not allowed to be here anymore, basically. Woodburn, who was clearly more amused than disgruntled about the incident, concluded his good natured video with the following advice: My advice to you is to be careful. By the way, they're like 80. You can get arrested or you can get served a warrant when ordering a salad. You're not allowed to say you don't want to live on this planet anymore, Bees. You've already gone there a few times.
No, I know. I just had to give myself a moment to mentally say that. So, um, wow.
Wow.
Okay, so the whole thing is they said no more to go food.
Yeah.
And so this old couple came in and they were like, "Hey, we want some salads. We're going to sit down and eat them." And they were like, "No, no, no, shifty old person. We know you're kind. You're going to sit there and then you're going to take it to go. And God forbid if any of this high tech, top quality secret food leaves this restaurant, the government will know what we're putting in it, or somebody will deconstruct it and learn our secrets."
They're gonna steal our secret sauce recipe. We
Yeah,
know he's out there. Plankton, we hear you outdoors all the time.
exactly. Like, what? Like the
Uh,
dude, he won't even. And they're talking about, oh, we can't control the quality of our food once it leaves. Like you said, they can't control it when it comes out of the from the back.
yeah, it's
You know,
done at that
they
point.
don't. No, I mean they can't get two salads the same if they wanted
Mm.
to. They can't get their food right half the time.
You can't,
So
yeah.
yeah, so then it, how many people, this is what I want to know. How many people have left the restaurant and been like, "Sweet Jesus, my food was amazing," and then it got hit by that outside air and turned to dust, or
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
it turned to shit. Like
if
anybody
anything,
who eats in a restaurant, they're like, "Oh God, this is so good. I'm gonna get it to go." If you think at all that the food is going to taste even remotely the way it did when you reheat it 2 to 3 days later when you finally remember it's in your fridge, then you're insane.
bees,
Insane.
bees, the secret they didn't want to get out all along was aerosolized meth in the building. It only tastes good when you're in
Uh,
the building because you're all
that's what it
high
is.
at the same time.
It's
It is
it's
Florida.
really just plastic food.
It's
That's what it
plastic.
is.
Yeah, it's not
They
even
got
real
like that
food.
yeah, they got that fake ass food from like the little My First Kitchen setup. And because there's meth being pumped through the vents, everybody's like, "This shit is delicious." Oh,
Just eat.
oh,
This yellow banana is so
yeah,
good. You know? And it just, oh man, polystyrene's my favorite flavor.
yeah. So when you get outside into the clear air, you're like, "What the fuck is this? Why have I been eating Play-Doh soup?"
Exactly.
So
Oh
I don't
geez.
know
Just give those old people their food. That's
exactly.
I don't see why there's a why you won't allow to go orders anyways. I think that's dumb. All right, next
Yeah,
one. That's the restaurant image, by
incredibly.
the way. Restaurant Hillstone. For all of you that don't ever
That
want to
that
go
place
there.
is like 20 minutes away from me.
Well, there you go. Now you know where not to go if you
Yep.
don't want to deal with some garbage,
No, I'm gonna go there
rules.
and I'm gonna take some food. I'm gonna grab like a handful of fries and just run out the door
Just
and
run.
get shot 15 times in the back for.
Probably. All right, next story. Florida man attacks victim with a jar of salsa at a 7-Eleven and steals a Choco Taco.
Wow.
Things are getting stranger every day, it seems. Florida man is
Regular
stepping up
Tuesday.
his game. This time with a jar of salsa and a Choco Taco at a 7-Eleven in St. Petersburg, Florida. According to St. Pete police, 31-year-old Latrell Antoine Thessalius, a convicted felon, attacked the customer for no apparent reason inside of a 7-Eleven location. Police say Tressalis entered the 7-Eleven, began to walk around the store, eventually opening up a freezer door, snagging a Choco Taco ice cream, and began to eat it. Investigators say that's when Tressalis grabbed a 15.5-ounce jar, exactly the right amount of, Tostitos to be dangerous, from the shelf and threw the glass jar at
Mhm.
another customer in the store, unprovoked. Was it a distraction? He's like, "Look over here, smash! Gonna run with my taco."
Like a smoke bomb,
Yeah,
a smoke bomb of salsa just. You'll never catch me.
maybe he didn't want to go to school or didn't realize that when you smash salsa, it doesn't act like pepper spray. Because he's like, it's hot when it gets
Yeah.
smash all over the room. The force of the throw caused the glass jar to break on the victim's back. Yeah, punk. Oh boy. Held on a $4,500 bond. I mean, people are nuts, man. They are straight up nuts. Okay, last story of the day.
Wow.
Florida man in his underwear hits deputy in face with a Bible, screams, "I condemn you," and poops himself. When officers arrived and confronted Hoskins, he was wearing only his underwear and ran at a deputy screaming, "I condemn you," before hitting him in the face with the Bible. After some struggle, getting himself tased, Hoskins was finally handcuffed. But wait, there's more. It was at that point that he decided to throw a Hail Mary, pooping himself before trying to break free of the cuffs and run away. Not a bad strategy. There may also have been drugs involved. Florida man ended up admitting to the burglary, and body cam footage clearly showed the Bible assault. He was charged battery on an officer, burglary, theft, property damage, and resisting arrest. Released on a $13,000 bond instead of the $4,500 for the Choco Taco theft.
Well, first thing, before anyone else gets to say it, I'm just gonna go, holy shit.
Holy shit. That's perfect.
And then two, yes, we are dirty heathens here, so we probably had one of those doo-doo Christians come by and poop on our wall because we're heathens. It's
I
like that
condemn
sign.
you.
Yeah. Instead of putting a little sign on the door to make sure that when Jesus comes to kill everybody, or God comes to kill everybody, he passes us. It's whoever has shit on their walls.
Yeah,
That's who he's gonna come
you're
and kill.
marking every wall with the brown mark of the devil.
Yeah.
So
the brown mark of the beast.
That's a good question though. Would you rather have poop throwing condemners, or just the regular kind of individuals keep coming back to your house over and over again?
I mean, I can't really tell the difference.
Quit leaving your shit in my house.
See, here's the difference. I don't know if the shit was triggered by like a last ditch effort to condemn the sinner, or if he was really trying to struggle to get out of those handcuffs and just trusted a fart when he shouldn't have.
No, they had it on camera. He was trying to find any way to escape, and he thought maybe biological attack will get you out of danger.
Or maybe he.
What did you just think? Holy shit!
Oh my god! Trigger warning to everybody.
Trigger warning! Like we haven't needed many of those today.
I was gonna say, maybe he thought as a last-ditch effort, he was trying to create some natural lubricant to get the off.
Organic lubricant, everybody. You heard it here first. Beaz considers defecation a form of lubricant. Oh god. Okay, well let's just move right beyond that. So we have a special situation today available instead of our regular audience participation. We've got a advice column today. Yes. So why don't we switch over to that real quick?
I'll go get him.
Yeah, you go get him. All right, Beaz is gonna go grab this advice specialist, and we'll be right back with you shortly. So in the case of this, we're getting some questions in from some of our viewers, from some of the communities that are out there that we're involved in, and we're just gonna be talking about these and getting this this expert advice from this special guest that's coming on shortly. Hey, can I just say that today has been interesting. This is an episode that is definitely going to need to have that explicit warning for some things. McSherry out in the audience says, "Can I change my mind about bees joining sparrows?" Unfortunately, McSherry, you cannot. For those of you that are wondering what that is, Sparrows is a TTRPG stream that we run here on Roll for Chaos, or RF Chaos, over on Twitch every single Friday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Come check that out. That's obviously a lot of fun as well. Now, this guest of ours, I haven't seen them. So I don't know what we're up against here. Just so everybody's aware that I am also going to be as surprised as all of you when they choose to grace us with their presence. But I do know that they wanted invisible M&Ms at all times, and that was real hard for me to get until I realized.
And I am still waiting on those.
But they're next to you. They're next to you. I'm a master of creating nothing.
Well, I am a master of life.
Oh my goodness, we have the guru in the house. Excuse me,
Yes.
sir. Beast didn't bother to introduce you though. Can I get your name, please?
I have no use for a name.
Yeah, but we do. So you should give us something to call you, sir.
I will tell you everything you need to know about me.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Yes.
Yes, is not a color.
It is clear. It is the mixture of all colors with the separation pulled from them.
So nothing.
It is pure
You're in
color.
luck. Nothing is something that I am an expert at. So we're gonna move on.
Mm,
Here we go. Here we go. I've got some questions for you from the community,
mm,
Mr.
yes.
Guru Guy. And
Just call me the Great Brown Beard.
okay, the great brown beard.
Mm.
After today's events, that's maybe a whole different. So here we
Mhm.
go. How can I get better at designing puzzles, alternate objectives, rather than killing something, traps, and basically any other gameplay besides combat and RP?
Mm. Fetch quests.
Fetch quest. That's the answer.
Over and over again. 2 hours worth of fetch quests. Trust me, your players will love it.
So go here and grab this. That's going to be the entire next week's worth of gameplay, so I don't have to think. We're going to move on
Exactly.
to the next
You're
question.
welcome.
Excellent, excellent advice. Excellent advice. So the next question we have is, what is the best way to run a court scene in a game?
Um, with lots of doom doom
Dong
doom
dong,
doom,
dong
just
dong.
randomly, sporadically throughout the episode.
Absolutely, that's the perfect answer to that
And if
question.
at least 4 people don't yell objection for no reason, then it requires a TPK.
Murder everyone when they don't object. Got it.
Hmm.
How okay are you with improvising consequences to player roles?
Mm. To be fair, I have never planned for anything in my life. So I would say I am rather skilled at improvising.
A
I do it all
master
the time, and
Brownbeard, the
my
master
players seem to
improviser.
enjoy it. All their characters die, so
Oh, okay. So
it's just no. It's not a cause or effect. It
no,
just so happens to happen.
right. So you just
So
you murder all of your players' characters all the time on a.
I don't.
Oh,
The BBEG does.
oh, right. The enemy in the game that you are creating, that I'm
That's
sure
it.
that you are channeling from the divine.
Mm,
So
that is it exactly.
what is a good spellless magic system?
Prestidigitation and fireball
Prestidigitation and fireball, but those sound like
and
spells.
greater invisibility.
But that also sounds like a spell, though.
Mm. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
What is
I
a?
was thinking about fireballs while being invisible. What?
Uh, all right, another question. Favorite drink to
No.
enjoy?
What was the
What?
question?
Oh, it is. What is a good spellless magic system?
Mm, I would have to say, wait, it's coming to me. It's coming to me. Mm, mm, wait. Mm,
That's what she said.
mm, mm. Ace and Steamworks. Yeah, you're
Oh,
welcome. Hmm.
yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
were
that's the
just
one. That
plugging
is the right one.
my game. I see
Yeah,
how it
no.
is.
Oh, that's your game.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the one I wrote.
I didn't know that.
So what is your favorite drink to enjoy while prepping notes for a session?
Everclear.
Good
Yeah.
way to prep notes until you can't see clearly.
Yeah. I just don't prep. I just drink a straight bottle of Everclear and then DM again.
Of course, that makes a lot of sense. And that's why they call it ever clear, because your mind is ever
Mhm.
clear for the games you're going to play. We promise that is
Oh
not
yeah.
false advertisement.
100%.
All right, next. Should I give magic items targeting my players, or would it be better if it was random?
Well, with that, I believe I do have a friend who believes that you should have at least one item that is specified for each party member and then give random items. I say to hell with that. Just choose one player that you really like and make everything geared towards them.
Favoritism and give them everything. We're taking the Dice
Exactly.
Tyrants approach, I hear.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody out there in the audience. That was an inside joke.
Oh, oh my God, it's everywhere. I'm sorry. I hit
Oh
buttons
my
I didn't
god, I
have
think that's Bees.
to.
Oh no, that's Brownbeard the
Mm,
Magnificent. It's good.
mm. Oh Jesus.
So,
Mm.
our final question for our guru.
I was not ready for that. I am so sorry. Mm.
How how do you recommend GM handles the events that the player characters have no memory of?
Oh, that's simple. That gives you the ability to do whatever you want. If they don't remember, they can't argue against it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
okay, a couple of them got nat 20s and destroyed your villain. No, 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 no. They simply wounded him and he escaped.
Again, taking the dice turns approach. All right, that has been advice from
Give me
Brown
1 second.
Beard. The
Give me
okay.
a second. Let me turn this light up because of all the shade in this. Mm, I bid you all adieu.
Swoosh! Wow, he even had like the little like dust thing happen above. He's got some real magic capabilities, everybody. That has been Brownbeard, the Magnifier, the advisor of the stupendous and stupidifidus and stupid wisdom. And
Hi.
hi Bees, nice to see you
What's up?
back. That
Thank you.
that Brownbeard guy. Oof, I don't know. I don't know about
Yeah,
that
I
Brownbeard guy.
I played in a game of his before and it was not fun.
That sounds scary. That
Yeah.
sounds awful. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
was he was going on about backstory for this town and it went I think he did about a good 2 minutes of the backstory and then it seamlessly, I mean, I have to give him props, seamlessly went into a story about some issue he was having in real life, and it was a sob story, and he spent 20 minutes after that crying. I'm pretty sure he was completely drunk while playing.
yeah, drunk. Next time you got to bring the meth to the party instead.
Yeah, no, what? Do I want an attack DM?
We
Hell
want an
no.
attack guru, Brownbeard the
Yeah, no.
attack guru, and then you can
Oh
send
my
him out to
god.
destroy other bad GMs all over the
Yeah.
planet.
Oh my god. We got a list.
All right, everybody. This has been the T&Beaz Power Hour. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves today. Of course, you can always find us every Monday at 5 Pacific Standard Time, 8 Eastern Standard Time, where we will have more of these crazy stories, events, all kinds of random skits and things. And if you want to take part in this live, catch us over on RF Chaos on Twitter on those same dates, and you can engage with us here as well. For those of us that are out there in the podcast sphere, thank you very much for listening to us crazy individuals talking. And we're gonna say farewell to you. Bees, where can we find more of you?
Well, here, really, on RF Chaos. I am here Mondays on the Power Hour,
Power Hour.
as well as I will be finally making my debut on Friday for the Sparrows, and I sincerely apologize. I can't apologize enough for what's about to happen to all of you guys once I join.
I am
because
so
my
looking
God.
forward to the amount of chaos that's about to be brought into what is already
Oh.
kind of a
Oh
poo
yeah.
storm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like somebody's walking into a firestorm with a couple kegs of gunpowder. Like, how could this get any worse? Yeah.
Can you give us a just a very very brief preview of who you're playing when you're on this Friday?
Okay. Let me get in the character. Yeah. Yeah. What? Where are we? Where are we going? What are we doing? Who are we blowing up? I'm ready. Huh? Huh? What? Huh? I, I can't hear you. I, blow him up? Okay. All right, hold on. I got something for that. Hold on. Yeah, that is a little preview.
Oh,
A new bestie for Carrot.
this is gonna be brilliant, I'm sure. So you can find a lot of. Oh, whoa, Bees, you still got more stuff. You got your own channel out there. You just
Oh yeah,
started streaming
sorry.
some
You
other
can find
stuff.
me on my channel, big_bees, where I just started Resident Evil, and
Oh
it's lots
yeah.
of scary, terrifying fun. And I almost peed myself twice. And yeah, it's so much goodness. Um, and I will be doing other things on that channel, maybe some art, maybe some speed running here and there, depending on what's going on. And for now, that's about it. I got some other stuff in the works. I will be on a excuse me. I will be on a one shot on the One Shot Podcast Network.
Hmm.
We're recording later this month. So keep an eye on that for that to come out because it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna be in it with a couple of the members of the Skyjack's Courier's Call cast.
Hmm.
That was a lot of C's. That's why I had to prep myself.
That's a bit of a
So, so it's gonna be, and hosted. It's gonna be DM'd by James D'Amato. So, I'm really interested, and pumped, looking forward to it. So
What day is
I'll
that
let you
on?
know, guys know when that comes live. That's gonna just be a recorded podcast to be
Ah,
put out later. So I'll let you guys know when it goes live on the One Shot Network itself.
sounds awesome. Looking forward to that. Check this
Yeah.
guy out if you have not. His streams are always a lot of fun, very brilliant, and it's really nice to scare him to death when we're
Oh
playing
my God,
scary
I
games.
hate
It's
you all.
wonderful.
I hate you all.
Of course, I am Lotta Evenstar on Twitter and Lotta Evenstar Art over here on Twitch. I do game streaming on occasion, doing a lot of Trials of Fire as well as art at random times, and then I GM games and do the production over here at Roll for Chaos. So check us out. Our next show is actually going to be on Thursday. It looks like Roll Charisma might not be here tomorrow. But when it comes to games, this upcoming Thursday at 6 Pacific Standard Time, 9 Eastern, you will find Dreams of Silver and Stone. Excellent game. Thank you very much for watching again, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya.